Okay, this is the May 24th Off-Street Parking Commission meeting. Yeah, we do have, we have a lack of a chairperson tonight, so I'd ask to speak to them. Program, please.
Yeah, you're cutting out a little bit.
Okay. What's going on? I'm good if I got no video on. You good?
Sound better now. Yep, you sound better.
Okay. So this is the May 24th meeting of the Off-Street Parking Commission. I know that I keep hearing myself in the background. I apologize. I don't know what's going on.
Not too bad.
So I'd ask that the members elect their chairman pro tem, please.
You want to elect me again?
Yeah, go ahead, John.
Yeah. All right. So just the motion has been made by Joe to elect John as the chairman pro tem. Yep. Okay.
Yeah,
So we're all set to go then. All right. So just going through the meeting, John, if you want to go through the agenda, do you have it in front of you or you need me to read it for you?
I actually do not. I'm sorry.
Okay. So for the first item, I'll just speak as secretary. First item is to confirm that we'll have our next meeting on June 21st.
I second
Is that
that.
okay?
Sounds good.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Second one, we're going to skip the meeting minutes. Yep.
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 Okay.
The meeting minutes will be available at the June meeting for April. Lisa was off for a few weeks for a few days for her daughter's graduation. So congratulations, but we'll get those minutes for you and approved at the next meeting.
Thank you.
Okay. The next thing on the agenda is through regular meeting. It's a request for authorization allowing Vlad's Fired Pizza Trailer to locate in the Elm Street gravel lot. Do you want to put a motion on the floor and I can discuss it for you?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, you sent us the copy of the contract and all that. Did I read it right? It's $25.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so I guess I'm putting that up for a discussion for you guys to decide. I thought that would be a fair item, but I guess just to describe what we're looking to do, we do have the business owners online to kind of give us a brief explanation of what they're looking to do, but for the most part, they'd like to station a food truck that does pizza making in the Gravel Street lot, and we've begun to draw up a license agreement. So if the business owner would like to speak, please give us a little bit of a description for us. That'd be great.
Okay. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Hi, my name is Anastasia, and this is my husband, Vladimir. So we're starting our family business here in the United States, but Vladimir has a huge experience as a wood-fired pizza maker. He worked as a chef in Italy, Turin, for more than 10 years. So Vlad's Fired Pizza is a mobile pizza business. And a great thing about it is that it's equipment. We use a unit that combines a world-class Forno Bravo pizza oven with a trailer. It gives opportunity to run professional quality pizza from anywhere. So we have three basic approaches. It's catering private events, participating in regular or one-time festivals, concerts, or farmers markets. And third thing, we would like to be able to sell pizza from someplace in town. We would like to request a gravel lot near the bus station on Elm Street where we could park our trailer a few days a week. And also, if it's possible, to make our schedule flexible because it depends on our catering schedule. And at the end, I would like to say that Italian pizza is our passion, and we would love to serve professional quality food, wood-fired pizza to local population. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
So, hi, my name is Joe. So you have set days that you're going to be there. It's going to vary depending on your other work. Did I get that part right?
Yes. So we do catering, and sometimes it's on different days. We cannot say we don't have particular schedule. So if it's possible to make our schedule flexible. If it's not, just choose 2 or 3 days a week, maybe Wednesday, Friday, and for example, hours from 12 to 6 or till 7. I don't know what works best for you, but for us, if it's flexible, it's better.
Okay. And also, are you aware of how many pizzerias there are less than a 5-minute where you want to be?
Yes, but what we do, it's a little bit different. It's wood-fired oven. There are not so many in Westfield, and the pizza is different.
Yeah, well, you check before you decide you want to be, but there's 9 pizzerias that are less than 5 minutes away from where you're going to be. And as owner, and actually, you're setting up where I had a business for about 15 years. You can hear it. Downtown is extremely tough. And, to compete with all these people that have been there, I think that's pretty hard.
Yes, we know that there are a few pizzerias, but we still wanted to try.
Yeah. Your pizza is a little different, but everyone has a little different something on their pizza.
Yeah.
They make it and all. But yeah, there's a lot of pizzas downtown.
Yeah.
Very limited opportunity, really. Customers. Maybe yours will be so good, but I don't know what to tell you. But just from my experience of having this downtown, it's a tough place to be. And when you have 9 other people competing with it, that's pretty tough.
Well, we didn't find any better place. If you have any suggestions, maybe.
Joe, thank you for that. So I think what we want to do is, obviously, the business purveyors are certainly capable. I think I think it's helpful to provide them with that insight about downtown. I think what we're looking to talk about tonight a little bit is just because we haven't done this before as an off-street parking commission. We just want to speak a little bit to whether food trucks are something that we're interested in, and then obviously the market will make a determination as to what makes sense there from a business perspective. And I think that they'll base their hours upon what their place in the market might be. So I guess what I wanted to speak to on it a little bit from our perspective is, I think adding a food truck activity in downtown would be, in my opinion, and it's only an opinion, it would be a helpful thing. It would what I'm looking at more is a little bit of the policy side of the equation as to like hours of operation. Kind of, we'll need to map out where in the lot we would want them to be, because obviously there's certain parts of the lot that are a little bit more used than others, and we need to balance the visibility from Elm Street with our need to have parking spaces part of the Elm Street parking lot as well. So between those things, what we would charge as a fee. The one thing that I do know is that I think is a little bit less negotiable is there would be no allowance for overnight parking of vehicle. Depending, I mean, I know for some people, I mean, if it's a trailer, it can be easy. Some trailers are a little bit more difficult to maneuver and get out of there every day. But I can tell you that traditionally the commission does not allow for commercial vehicles to be parked in the lot overnight. So those are things that I've put into the license at this point. I mean, if you guys have any other ideas from the commission as to what other restrictions you might want to impose on it, I'm happy to draw those things in. But right now, I think from my perspective, it's the big things are where in the lot will we allow them to be, the hours of operation, which I believe I put in from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. I think is what I put in. If there's something other than that that Vlad's is looking for, we can. And the last thing was fee. Just so people are aware, we do have a $10 a month fee for anybody who parks in the lot for greater than 3 hours. And this being a commercial operation, I thought it would make sense for it to be a little bit more than that. I initially put $50 a month in, but I also want to understand that, and this is something that you guys want to maintain some level of profit on. So even I was thinking $25 a month would sufficiently compensate, but that's just a shot in the dark. I'm open to any other suggestions that are out there. So John or Joe, if you guys have anything you want to add to that, I'm happy to amend the license that way.
I think $25 is, personally, I think that's good to start out for them. I mean, if they start taking, more spot there, or they start staying there, more days a week, and then maybe we reconsider and have it be a little bit more. But if it's only going to be a few days a week, then 25 should be right in the ballpark, in my opinion.
Thanks, Joe. Do you have anything? Obviously, we heard your other stuff. Anything on the nuts and bolts?
Well, yeah, it'd be nice if we have some kind of commitment as to a schedule, as opposed to just here and there. I mean, for both them and the city and downtown. And also some kind of contract where they'll have to stay a certain amount of time before they can leave, or a penalty for that, or is this just when they want to come, and if they don't, if they don't want to give it a try, they just go? I mean, I think we need to treat it.
Yeah. So my thought was that, I mean, maybe we do a deadline of a week beforehand, like so that we kind of have a week to week. We have a schedule of what we should expect, or do you want like a week, like a Mondays, like a Tuesdays? They'll be there from 4 to 8.
Yeah,
that's kind of what you're thinking.
Yeah. I think it has to be a firm schedule so people know, and so. I think this is another, it's good for everybody. It's good for the customer, and obviously it's good for the business. There's a set commitment. I understand catering's probably far more lucrative than this, but if we're going to treat you like a business, I think you have to run it like a business. So if you can come up a schedule. Just a quick announcement that schedule when you're going to be there, and it's important for people too, so they know. Okay, it's Monday. I can buy my pizza from you guys. But we can't. I don't think it would be right for anyone involved if it's just on and off whenever you feel like being there. the amount that you're being charged is nothing. I mean, if you had a storefront, you'd be paying probably a couple of thousand a month. But I think we need at least a commitment from you guys. Like, you could think about it and come up with a schedule, but I think that's very important.
Okay, we understand. Actually, well, we already talked about the days. The best days for us are Wednesday and Friday, and the time is from 12 to 8.
All right. Well, if you commit to that sounds fine.
Yep.
So people know too. Many people work downtown in the vicinity. So for lunch, they know those 2 days you're going to be there. That's a plus for everybody.
Yeah, I understand. Yes.
So
okay, that's good.
In the
That's
contract. Great.
Yeah. Okay, I can do that. So the last piece of it that I want to just hit quickly is kind of the where. So I know that everybody would want to be up on Elm Street, but that tends to be the space where people like to park. So do you have a thought as where in that lot would make sense for you to be?
Well, near the bus station, there is a gravel lot. There's like a place with a lawn, grass, if it's possible, right on the grass, on the lawn. Hello, do you hear me?
Yeah, I did. Sorry, I muted myself. I was talking while I was on mute, so I got to remember what I was saying. The grass lot is a reasonable place. I think what we would need to do is kind of just draw it out. And what I would suggest is maybe that you and I, and if any of the commissioners want to join us to just take a site visit and take a look at it, we can kind of draw up exactly where it would make sense to put it. I think that this is something that would make more sense to do in person together and identify, as opposed to kind of just talking to it.
Okay, sure. Just we have to schedule appointment, right? When's the best time for you?
Yeah, certainly. I work the regular day schedule, but I think it's depending on if any of the commissioners want to join us. I can make myself flexible. Maybe we kind of just do an email conversation among. It would only be one of the two could come, because we don't want to make it it wouldn't be a public meeting. We can't make a quorum out of it. But if anybody wants to join me, we can do an email and kind of arrange a convenient time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I would ask for the commission to consider is to vote to authorize, based upon the conversation that we've had relative to the putting hours into the license, so that Wednesday and Friday from and we'll mark it as from 11 till 8 o'clock p.m., 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., just so you have the time to set up and do those things, and just kind of work from there. Is that sufficient to have caught what we talked about so far? So I guess I'd just ask for a motion from the commission to authorize me to negotiate that portion of the license.
I'll make a motion for that, to authorize you to do that.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Motion passes. So what we'll do is I will talk to you tomorrow when I get in the office. I'll send an email with the draft language that we have for the license, and schedule an appointment for us to put together the exhibit as to exactly where you'd be allowed to go.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. So we'll be in touch tomorrow.
Okay. So I can log out now?
You can log out now. You're all set.
Okay. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Peter, I trust your judgment when you go.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
okay.
I mean,
Thanks.
if you want
And
somebody there, I'll.
yeah, I'll send. That's fine. I'll send it along to Joe. If Joe's available, then or if he wants to come, we'll schedule a time. If that's all right, Joe.
Yeah, I can do Friday,
Okay.
Friday morning.
We'll wait for Friday then. Let's see if I can see if we can put something together for Friday morning. That sounds good.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Thank you. So the second thing on the agenda is a request for authorization to allow the Westfield Gas and Electric Department to locate electric vehicle charging stations in the following locations. In number one, in the Depot Square lot, which is at 16 Union Street. Number two, in the Elm Street gravel lot at 10 Arnold Street. And third, in the Reader 3 lot, which is on 29 School Street. So we do have, I believe, the general manager is on the line with us. Thank you for your patience through that. Do you have, Tom, do you have anything do you want to discuss to this?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, BJ. Thanks, commissioners, for allowing me time. This is a little bit of putting the horse behind the cart, or whatever, the cart before the horse. So over a year ago, I met with Mayor Humison and the superintendent, and we went with other people from the city, throughout the city, to apply for grants through the Department of Environmental Protection for EV charging stations. We, on behalf of the city, or in partnership with the city, applied for 16 locations, majority of the schools, and then 3 municipal parking lots, and then 2 at the airport. 9 of the locations were accepted. 4 schools, 2 at the airport, and 3 at the municipal parking lots. The 3 municipal parking lots are the one on School Street, right next to School Street Bistro. The other one is in between the PVTA station and not School Street Bistro, the hangar now, but between the hangar and the bus station in that lot, which is the lot I believe you're just talking about. And then the third lot is the lot across from Pilgrim Candle, next to the Butcher Block. The infrastructure for 8 of the 9 has been completed, as far as the pedestals and the conduit. So per city process, the school committee, the parking commission, the airport commission, all need to approve the use of land, number one. It's already been approved by the airport commission and the school committee, and it was also approved last week by the city council to accept the grant. So we're going through a formality process to make sure that all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. The location, if you know the lot on School Street, it's literally DJ. Is that Central Street that cuts through between?
Yeah. So Central Street comes out, and there's actually no name to the street that cuts between the tavern, that connects School Street with Church Street. There's no name to that, but it's
right.
It's basically, I mean, it's School Street. I think most of us are familiar with it. Right. It's right on School Street. The old cleaners. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a pad mount transformer. It's right across from our Levesque, or the old DL Bean building. There's a pad mount transformer there now. The pedestal pad is in place, and it's right there on the west side of that parking lot. The other location is right on that no-name street, heading towards the PVTA bus station. So it's, as far as the future plans, or the current plans for the future development for that, it still falls in the parking lot area of what would be Mayor McCabe's plan for development in that for that gravel lot area. And same thing, it's on the west side of the parking lot there, closer to the Pilgrim Candle side or the Union Ave location. So all of the pieces would be owned, or the equipment would be owned by the gas and electric. The grant that we got we were awarded, but not we'll receive was $380,000. The gas and electric, between labor, software, and maintenance costs, will be incurring about $140,000. So the total cost of the 9 locations is coming out to about $520,000. So none of that is going to be paid by the city or the parking commission. Also, for the 3 locations that will be at the parking location, the cost of energy will be borne by the gas and electric. Because there are no meters there now, and I'm guessing from your budget that you probably don't have money to pay the electric for that. So for those 3 locations, we'll be picking up any cost of electricity at those locations. But all control of the actual chargers will be with the gas and electric.
All right, thank you.
Any questions?
Yeah, I'd offer it to the board to ask any questions. I mean, I can tell you from a parking commission perspective, we do already have 2 of these in the Thomas Street lot. They're relatively well used, and certainly as time goes on and electric vehicles become a little bit more common in the marketplace, I would expect that these will be even more popular. So I think it's a good idea, and there's really minimal impact to the off-street parking commission. The one thing that we would do is the space would be required to be dedicated just to electric vehicles. So it does take a couple away, but I think we have sufficient capacity to handle all of them. So I would recommend that the board approve this.
I have one question, and it's really doesn't really matter much, but because I don't have an electric vehicle and I'll never have one. Do you guys charge for that? Do you guys when somebody goes to charge their vehicle? Does like that person have to put money in to charge their vehicle?
Yeah. So there's actually a whole. I personally don't. I've 4 children. We have 2 SUVs and whatever. But as of right now, so just keep smiling. No. But anyway, there's charge port systems out there, so or app-based programs. So yes, there's potential to be a charge for the charge. This was a question that came up at most of the other meetings as well. Any of that will be, if there's money that's brought in, that will go to the gas and electric for the management of the program. But we're also going to be putting marketing trials out there, whether it's going to be 10 cents a minute or 5 cents a charge, or $5 a charge, and then also or potentially free, but with a limit to the amount of time you can be on the charger. So the chargers that they are what they call a level 2 charger. They are typically a 2-hour charge to fill up an empty battery for a vehicle. So we can put penalties on there. All the locations are publicly registered. So if someone happens to be driving down the turnpike and says, okay, or they want to plan their trip out, but they're driving down the turnpike and they can look and say, oh, okay, I can go to the charging station by North Elm Butcher Block, there's no one parked there right now, or there's no one charging, or the car that's charging there, the charging expires in 15 minutes. All that is publicly put out on the electric vehicle charging website. I forgot the name of the website. But all the locations will be posted on that. The two locations now, there's one at City Hall and one at the Thomas Street lot behind Lamps and Furniture. Neither of those have a cost to charge right now. I know the City Hall one, they almost always have somebody charging there, and some people also park there overnight without any cost or anything like that. But for these, there would be penalty charges in place if they park there for too long and hog the meter, or they want to try to park there overnight and just if they find the free one or something like that, there would be penalties and time limits imposed.
Can you set them up so if they park overnight, it decharges it too? I said, can you set it up so when they park overnight like that, it just decharges it? So then they get up and don't have to charge on the battery? The fee would, so for somebody to, if somebody just pulls up and plugs it in, it's not going to work. They have to register, if they have an EV or electric vehicle or a plug-in hybrid vehicle, they have to be registered through ChargePoint or, these are Enel X. I forgot the other names of the programs out there, but they have to be registered. So when they go on there, they have their credit card registered, and they're alerted that say you have 15 minutes left, or your car is fully charged. You have to go move your vehicle. So they receive a text or they receive an alert through the app. So they go and do that. If they do park there, they can incur a $5 or $10 penalty for just sitting on the charger. Okay, perfect.
So. Yeah, the PJ did mention that the spaces, I believe, they take up a total of so each charging location has 2 charging ports that come off, from like a pump style setup. Mm-hmm. But I believe it's 3 total spaces, so it's just in case there's a handicap, so it's handicap accessible. So all the locations have to have that capability. And again, like as PJ said, I don't think that's an issue in either of the 3 lots or the 9 locations for that matter for the city.
That sounds reasonable.
Yep. But the only responsibility that would come to you is just the same responsibility that's there now as far as clearing the parking lot, and that's it. If somebody hits it, we have bollards there as well protecting the equipment. If someone does just run it over or whatever, the responsibility falls on the gas and electric as far as maintenance and all that.
All right.
Great. So is there any further questions, or I would entertain a motion from the commission to authorize that these be located in our lots?
If there's no other questions, I will make a motion to authorize it.
I second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
All right. Okay. So that motion will pass, and and you guys should be all set with us, Tom. And
yep,
looking forward to those being operational sometime this summer. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks.
All right.
Thanks,
so
gentlemen.
that is
Take care.
thanks. Yep. All right, so that gets through that's really the meat of the meeting today. And those are the things that we needed to have this special meeting for. So I appreciate you guys doing this today.
Yeah, PJ, I'm really sorry. I had major malfunction on my first 2 days of buying the car wash. So it's just not a good day. Not a good couple days.
No problem.
John, where is it?
What's up?
Where's your car wash, Katie?
It's 497 Center Street in Ludlow.
Oh, okay.
Ludlow. All right, great. Well, most of the rest of this stuff can wait till our next meeting, but I can give you a brief. In the events, downtown went well on Saturday. I'm getting a lot of feedback. Are you guys hearing feedback from me? Okay.
Yeah.
So most of this can wait till our June meeting. So I don't know if you guys want me to deal with this, and we'll be back in person at that point. So.
I mean, we can wait till June.
From where? Okay. I'm on my microphone and my plug into my phone, so I think I'm doing all right with it. But yeah, so I mean, I'll give you a very, very quick. The downtown events went very well. The Run Westfield was a little bit smaller than it typically has been, but it went off smoothly. But that's really the extent of that was this past Saturday. It was a little bit smaller due to the weather, but our lots were clean. They left them clean, so that's a good thing. And we're looking forward to kind of troubleshooting to see if we can fix it for next year. So that was good. The Elm Street gravel lot plans are that we talked about at our last meeting relative to developing the open space there and trying to formalize that parking lot. That is moving forward. We have a contract with our Levesque Associates to do some design work on it. So we're moving forward with that. The plan is to have a couple of design workshops with people to collect a little bit of advice, but mostly we want to have this out and bid this August so that hopefully this fall it can start and is ready for use next summer. So I think that's some positive momentum on that front. And so that's really the extent of that one. And relative to off-street lot maintenance for spring and summer, I am hoping to do the second week of June a community cleanup in the parking lots and do some mulching and that kind of stuff. I will send an email out both through the commission, but also to the downtown business list that we have, along with some of our different community partners, to try to get as many people down there as possible to do the cleanup, and then hopefully get some mulch and that kind of thing donated to beautify the area a little bit. But other than that, I mean, Garton is doing a pretty good job down there for us with the trash and everything else. The gardens are hanging in. I know we gotta worry about the weeds a little bit, so we want to make sure that doesn't get out of control. So I've been watching that. But that's really the extent of what we're working on. So does anybody have any questions or things they'd like me to focus on for the next meeting other than being there?
No.
Okay. No,
Great.
sorry about the dogs, but no, I think I'm all good.
Good. All right. So the last thing would just be a motion to Lisa, do you have bill stuff at all?
I can just give you a quick total. Revolving this month was $715. That was Verizon, Centus, Passport, and Garton. And then regular bills were just $50 for the meter machine. And I already had, Ellie was able to approve those for me. So I've gotten them approved already and processed. So we're all set with that.
Perfect.
Great.
Awesome.
All right. So that's all we got. So take a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
A second.
All right. Thank you, guys. I apologize for the technical difficulties.
Have a good
All
night.
righty.